Hello everyone, welcome to Tango, Kilo, Sierra. We have a special treat for you this evening. We're going to be camping out these woods in this pond behind the Lexington County Sheriff's Office and Detention Center. We're going to do a little cook. We're going to start a fire with something crazy that we ain't never started a fire with. And we're going to stay stealthy. We ain't going to get caught. We're going to have a good camp today. Y'all follow me and we're going to go find a place to set up camp. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our handy dandy tarp out. There's a little soccer game going on at a local park here that's right next to these woods and that wonderful tower you just saw. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we take our tarp, put it over our stuff, got a little bit of cami netting, we're going to put that on there too. We're going to put a little pack on with some water, maybe a beer or two, and we're going to go walk around and show you the general area of where we are right now. Figured it's Halloween, might as well do something a little bit dangerous. But I think this is going to be a great camp. We're going to pack it in, we're going to pack it out. It's going to be a great time. So we're going to drape this over this so it's a little bit more conspicuous from the walking trail there. And it should be safe until we get back from our little hike that we're about to go on. Alright, so this is the fence that we come in around. This is kind of like a veer off for this little walking trail that runs through here that I think is used for physical training and various different things for the jailhouse and sheriff's office right there. But if you look back there, it's insanely hard to even see our stuff, and it's just right there through the woods. So we camouflage that really good. Let's walk up the way here. We're going to show you this pond, and then we're going to show you a little different clips of the jailhouse and tell you some fun facts about it. The Lexington County Sheriff's Department this particular one has been a part of its community and is an embodiment of service to its community for the past 200 years. The very first sheriff to ever be elected Lexington County Sheriff was Thomas Herbert in 1806. That's back when the original jailhouse was in what is now known as Casey, back then known as Greer. And I think it's pretty cool. This one out here was moved here in 1979, and we're going to take you around this pond, because on the other side of this pond is where it's at. And we're going to take you around the pond and show you a couple of things and maybe figure out some more awesome things about this great sheriff's department. In 1863, when General Richard Sherman decided to go on his march through Columbia, he burned and buried the rubble of what was the original Lexington County Courthouse in Greer, now known as Casey. So in that, they rebuilt it, and then in the 1940s it moved from Casey, South Carolina to East Main Street along with the three courthouses that was originally built here. That's where the old jailhouse used to be and the old courthouses for Lexington County. In the 1970s, they built the particular facility that's behind me. In the 1940s, they built it for a 42 maximum 42 inmate population. This one right here, I couldn't get an exact number on, but I'm sure, it probably rates into the thousands. So we're going to walk around this pond and figure out a couple of more cool things about this place, and then we'll get some good footage for you, and we'll go back and taste the mountains a little bit and have a good time, set up camp. I don't know why these tires are out here, but it's pretty cool to see them, because there's a couple of tractor tires, 18-wheeler tires, another tractor tire. There's just like a little tire graveyard that runs back up in here that lines this. Probably an old dumping ground for back before the Lexington County Jailhouse got built here in the 70s. And still pretty cool to see them. you can see just through the woods there is our little detention center that we have here in Lexington County. As you can see down here, people ain't been packing it out like they should since a very long time ago, because there goes some more of our pull tab top beers. And that's got to be a Pepsi can from God knows how long ago. Looks like it was shot with BBs. And that's a big old tall boy right there. Clean up after yourselves, people. I say it every video because I have to. And it's emphasized. Keep nature beautiful and she will keep on giving. Quit leaving your trash. We have another random tire graveyard out here. Wonder why. Like I said, had to have been a dumping area for people back before this place was built here, or heck, maybe even while this place was built here. Who knows? Alright, so I actually got this spot idea from one of our subscribers and good buddies, Cody, that you met in the lake video. And they said that they used to come out here and fish when they were kids. You can tell people used to come out here and fish all the time, because look at the boat down the hill right there. That's pretty crazy looking. It looks like it was blown up there, or maybe flooded over there during the Great Flood of 2015 or something of that nature. I'm going to have Good Buddy show that to you, and we're going to continue on down the trail. So as you can see, we walked up on the back part of the Lexington County Sheriff's Office and Detention Center. That, I think, is the impound lot right there, where they hold cars from inmates and people that they go and arrest and seize their vehicles for evidence purposes. There's also a yard over here, so to cut down on the fact that we might get seen, me and Good Buddy's going to do this really quick, but we're going to get you some good angles on what the jailhouse looks like from this side. The jail has undergone a lot of changes since 1972. The new jailhouse, which we're looking at the old part of the jailhouse from back in the 1970s when this place was built. The new part was built in 1999, and it was built to house more people and a bigger amount of inmate population. Originally, back in the 1940s when this was built on East Main Street, their focus was on bootleggers, liquor bootleggers, and big crimes like homicides and stuff like that. Nowadays, they have to broaden their spectrum and stretch themselves a little bit more thinner because of cyber crimes. We've got domestic violence now. We've got a bunch of different things that stretches the police department thin. We're going to continue back on down the trail here, and then we're going to walk up and around, and we're going to show you a little bit of the front part of the jailhouse that we can actually see. And yeah, we'll see you there. The building behind me just goes to emphasize the measures that Lexington County has taken over the past 200 years of its rich history to accommodate the ongoing crime and crazy things that's been happening over those years. So it really is a measurement to how far people will go, well, not just people, but officials will go to make sure that their community stays safe. What's behind me is the 1999 portion of the jail that I told you about that was built there in 1999, and it looks pretty great to be over 20 years old. Some of the recreational parks that I'm pretty sure was built out here in the 1970s and or 80s. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to find facts other than the rich history of what has gone on with the Lexington County Detention Center. But I've been trick-or-treating out here before when I was a kid and a youngin' in middle school, and you know, these fields have always been here for recreation and fun. So I appreciate them building that for sure. What we're coming up on here now is the Lexington County Coroner's office. It's pretty much the guy that comes out and tells your family the bad news. So his job has to be pretty crappy. So what's off to my right here across this field is the portion of the jail where you could come and visit an inmate, or you could come and put money on their books, or anything that has to do with collecting information for your inmate. Then you've got the Lexington County Sheriff's Department that is off to the immediate left of that. And it's all in one inclusive little complex built here in the 1970s. And get you at a little camera roll with that. You see people pulling up there to come and see their prisoner, or their inmate, or come and put money on their inmate's books right there. Now that we're back from our little hike, let's get things set up and get us a little fire hole dug, get our chairs set up, or establish where we're going to sleep. That give us a little bit of mass. Might set one up right here on this islet just to give it a little bit more depth. But where our camp's going to be set up, that'll give us a little bit of kind of barrier between being able to be seen from that trail and where we're going to have our camp set. So it's good stuff. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our next segment. Got a little surprise for you. We're going to carve these pumpkins. We're going to have them in our next couple of videos until after Halloween. We got this little carving kit. We're going to run you through a little montage of us carving these up and doing a little theme for the times. That's why we got our decorations, and let's get started. Start with the little guy. Make me a little hole with this knife first, so I can feel I've sunk completely through these, because these are known to be notoriously deep little rinds on these pumpkins. So, cut around it, and I'll send the little blade down in there. Oh, hit rock bottom, good stuff. Now, we just cut around the little stem. I'm sure y'all know how this stuff works. I just like to talk while I do my thing here. Make sure you keep your fingers away from the little serrated edge there, because it will get you. I ain't gonna make my top too pretty, because it don't have to be. It's spooky and it's supposed to look messed up, just like Halloween. Alright. How about that? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got our pumpkin nice and hollowed out. We're going to get our letter put in here, and we'll be good to go. I'm just going to freehand this, because I don't have a marker or nothing, because I'm crazy, but it's our first attempt at this, so it should turn out pretty okay. I'm going to make it wavy and curvy so it has a funky look when the tea light candle light comes out of it. Turn out your bad. I got to hollow it out a little bit more, but because this little part, the bottom part didn't come off the way I like it, but Kay's coming along just right. So, messed the K up a little bit, but pumpkins are pumpkins, so it'll look just fine with a little tea light inside of it. So that one we can call done. Put the cap on, and we're going to start on our next one, which is going to be either the T or the S. Probably don't need the big one here. I'm just trying to get as big of a cut as I can get.
Yeah, this little one is actually working pretty well.
Okay, that's good. It's all right. It's definitely done.
Beautiful. Truly talented artist here. I could never compete.
That is an absolute monument to gorgeousness right there. Top on it. Somebody's out here speeding off in downtown Lexington. That's so funny. Looks great.
It's great. Easy.
Put it over here. We'll get our candles going. I let my hands smell like pumpkin. And we've got our TKS pumpkins set up. These are going to be our pumpkins for the season here until Halloween is over. And having a lot of fun. Freaking doing pumpkins with you, buddy.
Yes, sir. And it's been a long time since I've carved a pumpkin.
Definitely, man. And we're going to keep these going for at least until the tea lights go out tonight. And then we're going to get us a fire pit dug here. And then we're going to cook you something cool and spooky for the season. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate everything that you do for us. We're going to taste the mountains here on one of these great coolers just because you guys make it possible. Almost 200 subscribers. I never thought that I would be even saying that as soon as I'm saying it. But we appreciate it. You help us have a great time with buddies.
Yes, sir.
And bring our family to yours. Thank you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our $6 shovel and we're going to dig us a little fire hole here. I don't know if we're going to quite do a Dakota hole. I think what we're going to do is maybe just a deep little tiny fire hole. You know what I'm saying? Because this is pretty dense ground, really small roots. The trees aren't very big around there, or the trees aren't very big around here, so I think we'll be okay. Just need to dig it deep so we can keep it under the wraps, away from averted eyes that might see it. Get some little sticks built up in the bottom of there. Lexington County's got their amphitheater rocking tonight. We can hear it all the way over here. Good for them. It's always great to have things for your community. Some of our Fritos. By special request. Let's get a sprinkle them all in there. I got some other chips for our meal later. Spark up our handy dandy torch. Let's see how these corn chips do, guys. Let's see how these corn chips do. Smells like burning corn chips. Oops. That's about as big as you want that getting. That right there is a decent little fire. It's not a Dakota fire, it's just a basic little pit fire. But those size sticks are about the size sticks you want, because you see that's already getting tall enough to start to reach out at me. So I'm gonna back up and let this thing rip.
You mean to tell me a snake just rolled up on us? Where'd it go?
Right there.
Where is he?
He's going under my chair. So what we just seen was a green smooth snake. And people around this region of the southeast get those mistaken with like venomous snakes that are from other places in the world. But those green smooth snakes are just regular snakes that are non-venomous, and they get up to about they can grow up to 6 feet, it said. But that little guy, I think he's probably about 3. And so that was pretty cool to see that snake. He rolled up on our camp, scared me a little bit, but yeah, that was a cool little visit from a critter out here in the woods. Alright, so tonight, our little Halloween treat is going to be some spider dogs. I'm going to cut this 4 angles, or 4 little slices, down the little thing here. And I'm going to put it on a stick, cook it over the fire, and it should curl up like spider legs. So that's what we're going to do here. And we always cut away from this stuff. Mess it up a little bit, but we'll get better as we go on throughout the night, and we'll see what it turns into here. I'm going to turn this into more of a little crab, I guess, than a spider, because I didn't split it well enough. But we'll get better at that. I guess now's as good a time as any to let that cool off, and then I'm going to cut another one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're missing a leg for it to be a spider, but it's okay. After that last one turned out more of like a crab, we're going to try to cut this one into 4 slices like we should have done before. Got us a paper plate this time. Good buddy down. Now we're going to slice about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch down the hot dog, like so. We're going to try to make some spider legs out of these. Let's see how it happens. Put it on our little stick here that we bought not too long ago. A little donation by my cousin. Got a lot in the place here. Remember, turn, don't burn. Well, definitely has 8 legs. Little spider hot dog. Works out just fine. Gonna cook it a little bit more. It's a good, fun, quick little treat. Next, we're gonna do some hot dogs that's got some fingernails, make it look like a finger. Alright, well, we got what would be a little rendition of a finger hot dog here. We're gonna put them on a bun, get some ketchup on it, make it look real weird. Stick it down the middle, up the dog. Looking the finger hot dog, hopefully it don't fall off of here. Almost did. Alright. And on there, gotta find the fingertip. Tell me that don't look like a finger. Looks great. Well, it's about as good as it gets. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some condiments on this. Some mayonnaise, some ketchup and mustard, and chow down. This finger is about to be an unfortunate demise. time about to munch on it. Gotta find the mayonnaise also. Mayonnaise. The mustard, I'm sure. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've had a pretty quiet night, which has been awesome other than the police sirens. I'm about to turn in for the night. Get me some good sleep. Wake up in the morning, break camp down, and get out of here. It's been an awesome little traditional camp out in a place that most people wouldn't think to go because, well, it's pretty dangerous. But I guess, Tango Keyless area knows no limits. Alright guys, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning. Got a little chilly last night. Got down to 49. So that was unpleasant. But the sleep was nice. We did pretty good for there to be a jailhouse just across the woods from us there. We're gonna get everything packed up, get our fire pit buried, and we're gonna get out of here. But great sleep for sure. Right, that filled in. Make it look like we were barely over here. Didn't bring a jacket with me, so got to go a little Red Riding Hood up in here with the nice fleece blanket. Got camp almost packed up, and we're gonna hop in the truck and we're gonna get out of here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great sleep. Back here behind the Lexington County Detention Center and Sheriff's Department. We're gonna pack it in, go back to doing what we do normally, and we'll find another great place, and we'll see you next time.